It's a new month. It's a new year. How are you feeling? Are you feeling disinterested? Are you feeling disengaged? Do you feel a little lazy? Well, it's probably that you're disinterested. And if you feel like you're putting things off, if you feel like you're putting people off, you may even just be totally unmotivated. Well, it's March and I want to help you with motivation. Let's motivate each other. It's March. TalentSmiths has a motivation series in store for you. Hello, everyone. Janet Smith here with TalentSmiths, and this is Lunch and Learn. And during your lunch in March, we are going to motivate each other. This is week one of a March motivation series while we are also celebrating Women's History Month. So, here's the lineup of events you see on the screen. Week one, we're talking about 6 steps to motivate yourself, and I'm sharing those with you. And you can tune in every Thursday at 1:30 p.m. Central to get a little bit of motivation during your lunch. If you are on Facebook, if you are on LinkedIn, if you are on YouTube, at any time you can tune into one of those platforms and hear, watch, or listen to our motivation series here in March. And like I said, we're celebrating Women's History this month, and you can celebrate women's history and celebrate women as well. You can proudly sport your plural pronouns for women. She, her, hers. TalentSmiths has March motivation merch. March motivation merch. That's a tongue twister, so say that fast 3 times. March motivation merch. March motivation merch. You get the gist of it, right? So you can get any of the merch that you see on the screen, face masks, t-shirts, phone cases, pillow covers, or a button to sport your feminine pronoun proudly on your shirt or on your apparel. Get it for yourself or for someone else. Follow the link in the description so that you can get more information on that. And like I said, in the month of March, we're trying to focus and trying to motivate ourselves. And one of the ways that you can help with motivating yourself is not comparing yourself to other people. Everyone's different. Everyone's on their own path. No one's path looks like yours because no one is you. No one can handle things quite like you can. So let's talk about 6 tips on how to motivate yourself. And you'll want to use these tips if you want to be more efficient, if you want to be more productive in many different areas, whether that's with your work projects, your employment search, because a lot of people are searching for employment now, or whether that's with your personal habits that you want to be more motivated, just the things that you do every day. You may just be feeling like you don't want to do those things. Well, if you do feel that way, or if you have been feeling that way, you are not by yourself. I've been there as well. Many people have been there as well. So let's talk about those tips. So let's go right into the tips. The number one tip that I have for you is to plan your laziness in advance. What does that mean? Well, that means that you can be intentional with the time that you take off. Be intentional with the time that you take for yourself. You can plan that time in advance. So, whether you like to plan on paper or if you're a digital planner, that would be me. I'm one of those digital planners. Love, love, love digital planning. However, you remind yourself of what you need to do, whether that's a calendar that you're using on your computer, paper, digital, or whatever, add that rest and relaxation time into your planner, into your calendar intentionally. Add it onto your calendar, add it directly onto your calendar. So your me time, your we time, your rest time, your wind down time, you call it whatever you want, whatever name you give your time, whether it's family time or whatever, write it down in your calendar and write that down in your calendar first so that you can be sure that you have time to take a break. Like, I'm going to take a break right now. write it down intentionally and write it down first. And because it's going to help you, it's going to encourage you to get your work done, to get through those tasks that you have to do faster so that you can get on the other side of those tasks and have that rest and relaxation time. Number two, trust that what is meant for you is actually meant for you because it is. There's no person, there's no thing that can get in front of what is in store for you and what is meant for you. And if you have that mindset, it's going to allow you to have a little bit more relaxation. It's going to allow you to not be as stressed and to be more focused and to just be still and know that what is meant for you is meant for you. And you won't have that stressor on your shoulders. Number three, cut out any unnecessary tasks from your to-do list. So you have items on your to-do list. We all have things. If you don't have one already, you've made one, you've used one, you've thrown it away, you've checked all the items off of your list. But on your to-do list are all of the items that you have on there really essential? Do you need to do everything that's on your list? Do you need to do everything that's on your list? And what do you need to do on your list first? So have you prioritized all the things that are on your list? Can you take anything off of your list? Can you delegate some things that are on your list, outsource them, delay them, or just cross them off altogether? Can you cross off any of those tasks? Can you? I can't answer that for you. You have to ask yourself if you can do that and ask yourself what you need to focus on this week, next week, what needs to get done right now. What do you need to do this week? And ask yourself that and ask yourself about the items that are on your list to say, do I really need to do this? And how important is this? And when is it due? Only you can answer those questions. So number four, figure out your most productive time. When are you most productive? When are you at your best? Is it in the morning? Is it in the afternoon? Is it in the evening? When are you most productive? You have to know that so that you can understand how you work best, how you function best. You have to understand how your body functions best and when is your most productive time. For me, I would say my most productive time is in the evenings, although I would like my most productive time to be in the mornings. It used to be, but it's not right now. It used to be in the morning when I would get up and I was practicing for um, a 5K. So I had my morning time to do jogging, and that was the greatest time. Things have changed since I was doing that, and I'm working on that balance. But that's me understanding when I'm best. You have to understand when you are at your best as well. So you have to just listen to your body and decide what works best for you because for everyone, it is not the same. And number five, change your work environment if you can. Many people are working from home. Many people were already working from home, but more people are working from home now. And it can be a bit difficult to work from home if you have those chores calling your name. So those distractions of home life and things that just need to be done at home. There's always something that needs to be done when you're at home as far as your personal or home chores. So when you have your work inside of your home office, it can be a little bit difficult and it can be challenging because you may want to work from the bed and you may want to watch TV and you may want to be a little bit more comfortable. And it can be difficult because you might be more comfortable when you are at home. So one of the things that you can do is you can spend a few days working in a virtual group or with a virtual group. So if you and several other people that you know are working from home and you need a little bit of office commotion, you can start a virtual group to where you are all logging into a Zoom doing your own work, but you have a bit of the commotion in the background. You have the papers tussling, you may have the drawers closing, you have all of that background noise, but you are still focused on your work. There's no extra chatter, there's no extra talk, but you have a virtual office environment. Spend a few days working like that with a few of your other work from home coworkers, friends, buddies, or whatever. Or you can spend a few days in a library, a bookstore, a coffee shop, still being safe, of course, and practicing safe health has safe, safe practices when you are out in the public places. But maybe change up your environment a little bit because it's going to just, allow you to get away from those chores that are always calling you in the middle of the day while you are working and allow you to focus on your work and force you to focus on getting those tasks done. hmm So, number six, the last tip that I have for you is to treat yourself when you've done a good job or when you've done your work well. Yes, treat yourself. And if you treat yourself, this will help you to get through those tasks faster because you want to get on the other side of that reward. You want to get your work done so that you can, in fact, reward yourself. One of the bonus tips that I have for you is to listen to some productivity music while you're doing your work, while you're doing your chores around the house, while you're doing anything. It can help to lift your spirits and motivate you to do something that you may be a little bit disinterested in doing. This can help you to get back into a routine or just back on track with whatever it is that you have to do. Check out TalentSmiths YouTube channel. You can listen to our latest productivity music playlist for March. Good luck. You've got this. I know you do. See you next week for some more motivation.